Hello and welcome back. I'm gonna hope this is a legit try, and that I don't look back in the footage and my audio is absolutely crap. My face probably looks weird. I'm really trying to figure out lighting in my car. Um, I just keep getting too lazy to actually film in my apartment, clean up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sorry. Um, but yeah, here I am with another video. We're gonna do. This is my free agency recap video, I guess, because I think it's pretty much done. There's some players I will talk about that I think maybe have a chance of being a Bengal or that we should try to sign. Now I'm trying to figure out this. Okay, there you go. I'm gonna just keep it in my right hand now because I don't like that shadow. And now I've got to look to the left to look at what I've got. Okay. So to start off the video, I'm going to talk about the losses that we had in free agency. We lost Jesse Bates to the Falcons for 4 years, $64 million. That's a price I wasn't willing to play. I wouldn't have wanted us to pay for him because I think that's too much. I mean, he was a great guy, a great player. He did break the rookie record for most tackles as a rookie, I think. And then Jeremy Chin take it like the next 2 years later. But yeah, I liked him, but I don't think he was worth 16 mil. That's a lot of money. I don't even know if I think it's not even the high. That's not even the most money. That's not even the biggest safety contract. I forget if that's Minka or not. It's someone else. So I'm kind of okay with that because we've redrafted Daxon Hill for a reason. I guess I should have seen this coming. So yeah. Then we lost Hayden Hurst to the Panthers for 3 years, $21.75 million. Pretty solid contract, $7 million a year, pretty much, a little over. I think it's good. I just think we are trying to be a little bit cheaper on tight end, save as much money we can to extend Burrow, Higgins, Logan Wilson, everyone else. We already signed Sam Hubbard. I don't know why I was thinking about Sam for a second. So yeah, I think I'm glad he got paid. He did deserve it. And then Von Bell, 3 years, $22.5 million with the Panthers. I loved Von Bell. He was just getting up there in age as well. And who we got and replaced him, I really like that contract a lot better than this. I'll get that in a minute. I'm going to go who we lost, re-signed, signed, and then my possible Bengals as still free agents right now. And then last was Samaje Perine. He was a great number 2 back behind Mixon last year. And man, I'm going to miss him. Great pass blocker. He's a freaking bulldozer. The Chief Killer, or something like that. Killer? I don't even know what they call him. I think that's what I saw on Twitter. But that's our big 4 losses. I think so. At least that's what I've seen. We might lose more players, but that significance, I don't know. I don't think we had that anyone that significant to us. Players we re-signed. Michael Thomas, the safety, not the receiver for the Saints. A 1-year deal. Nice special teamer. And a good guy to have in the safety room for just development and mentorship. Our big re-signing was Jermaine Pratt, 3 years, $20.5 million. There we go. That was way more difficult than it should have been for me to get out. And then I'm glad he's back. Great linebacker. That's a pretty cheap deal in my opinion. I'm glad we got the deal done. I mean, don't tell him I think we underpaid him, but I mean, maybe it's what he's like. Hey, let's keep this team going around and all that. Trayvon Williams was a 1-year deal. Trent Taylor was a 1-year deal. and Max Sharping was a 1-year deal. All these guys, I don't either. I just wrote 1-year deal because I think some of them haven't actually officially came out with like the number that we paid them. Trayvon Williams, just running back depth in my opinion. Trent Taylor, our punt returner, receiver 5 in the depth chart. I think we also re-signed Trent Irwin. He's our receiver 4. Great guy. And he stepped up whenever Chase and Higgins were down last season. Max Sharping, just lineman depth. As we saw last year, we did. I'm not going to say it was the reason we lost to the Chiefs because there's other reasons in that game that we lost to the Chiefs. Just we got outplayed as well. But yeah, we had 3 offensive line starters out, and he did step up, but we're just keeping the depth on the offensive line. So that's all for the re-signed players. I'm pretty sure it's what I saw. I hope I don't think I missed anyone, but if I did, sorry about that. For people we signed, this is like people who are from other teams. We got them free agency this season. Orlando Brown, I already made a video about him. Pretty excited about him. And, yeah. 4 years, $64 million. It's like a little over $64 million, but it's like oddly specific number, and I didn't feel like it. So we basically gave Jesse Bates' contract to a left tackle, which is one of the most important positions on the line. That we didn't really have the for sure guy with Jonah Williams because he's been injured. I think he gave up the most sacks in the league last season. So yeah, and then there's Cody Ford. I think he got like a $1 million deal. For 1 year. Like I said, he's not I hope he doesn't start. I don't think he's going to start, but I think he's just depth on the offensive line. And then Nick Scott, this is the guy I said I was cool with. I like better than Von Bell contract-wise, and I think Nick Scott's only 24 years old, 24, 25. So he's younger when it comes to contract negotiations. Whenever his contract's up in 3 years, he'll be 27, 28. About whenever, I think Von Bell's 29 right now. So if we would have kept Von Bell for 3 years, he would be 32. I math that good. But yeah, so Nick Scott, 3 years, $12 million. A very solid deal, $4 million a year. I think he can go out there. He pretty much is Von Bell, just younger. Maybe I think this is exactly the same player we got whenever we signed Von Bell. I think he's young, athletic, he's hard hitting. He's gonna make that play. He's a natural leader. And I'm excited to see him for the Bengals this season. These two were recent. I didn't see any number for like money wise, but Sidney Jones, a 1-year deal. This corner depth, I don't really know if he's gonna get. He'll probably play at the beginning of the season because I think Chidobe Awuzie will still be recovering from his injury. Torn ACL, I think it was in like week 12. I don't really know. I can't remember. Sorry about that. I should have wrote that down if I was going to mention it. But yeah, I think it's just a solid depth piece because I like this season. We had Chidobe Awuzie go down. We had people step up who luckily we had, you know what I'm saying? So they're just trying to keep these guys, make sure we have depth and we're not completely gutted whenever someone gets hurt. Obviously, it would have been nice to have Chidobe Awuzie this whole season. I'm not saying it's in the league, it's next man up. There we go. Next is Irv Smith Jr., a tight end from the Vikings. He basically, I don't really know. I don't think he's really ever gotten the starter job there because Kyle Rudolph, whenever he got drafted, and then this season was T.J. Hawkinson. He did get injured a couple times. I think he can be a young stud for us. He's a great run blocker, and I didn't see a number. I'm assuming it's gonna be like a $3 million deal, similar to whatever Hayden Hurst got last year, and either he's probably seen, hey, C.J. Uzomah's got paid by the Jets after playing with Joe Burrow. Now Hayden Hurst got paid after playing with Joe Burrow. Either I'm gonna get paid with the Bengals or whoever else next season. And yeah, I think it's great. If he works out, I'll be happy. Maybe we'll bring him back. But there's also a chance we draft someone in the draft, depending on who falls and who we even like. Maybe we don't even like a tight end in the draft. I don't really know. I am not the Bengals. So yeah, that's all we've signed and re-signed. Before I want to go into the free agencies, like people who are still free agents that I would like, I guess, and I could understand us picking up. I only wrote a couple names. But yeah, I guess a loss possibly is Jonah Williams. That's just a question mark. I think I made a video about trade scenarios for Jonah Williams. So yeah, I think Jonah Williams, Jesse Bates, Hayden Hurst, Von Bell, and Samaje Perine are all we're gonna lose this season, off season. I mean, Jonah Williams we could still have. It's not a for sure thing, and we got Jermaine Pratt back. We brought in Orlando Brown and Nick Scott, and with Irv Smith Jr. Like I think it was either even or we gained. I think you can go either way. If you say we go even, all right. But I think we got young, and I think it shows they have a lot of belief in Daxton Hill, and taking over Jesse Bates' spot, and Nick Scott taking over Von Bell. So I think we save so much money by doing this because $64 million, $22 million for 12, and then whatever Daxton's getting paid, which I can't exactly remember. I think it's gonna be like $6 million every year or something like that. I don't know. It might not even be that. So we saved so much money by going younger, which who doesn't want to do that, Now for the possible free agents I could see us picking up. I have Eli Apple here because I still think we might need like a little bit cornerback depth, because I think the past couple seasons we've got not completely screwed over, but like it's kind of sucks seeing cornerbacks go down with injury, and we either get we have a crazy shootout and our cornerbacks can't keep up because we have injuries. The only thing about Eli Apple is the fact that his whole Twitter, what I'm saying, like, how he is. He's solid. He's a solid player. Like, he's not like a starting caliber corner. I wouldn't say so. He's a slot guy at most. But when needed, he would step in, and he's already been with us for 2 years, so he knows the system. So that's my case for Eli Apple. Then I have Rock Ya-Sin because depth of the cornerback position is always key. Dalton Risner is just more of depending. This is a very crazy reach of a backup because he could go start somewhere. Or if we decide, hey, let's put him at left guard. Because I believe he played right guard, but I might be wrong. He played left guard. I can't exactly remember, and maybe that's what we need right now because it's for Volson right now, and that's not a very I don't know, the way he played. He was like off. Like he had good games and he had bad games, and we need more consistency on the offensive line. And then I have Matt Ioannidis. I think he played for the Panthers last year. He played for the Commanders for like 4 years. I think his first for a handful of years. We just need more depth in the defensive line, like at the defensive tackle position. DJ Reader is a baller. BJ Hill, he's a baller, but after that it's kind of a drop off, and it's really nice to have a breather as a defensive tackle. I mean, it would be a lot. I mean, you're asking a lot to have DJ Reader and BJ Hill playing the whole game. They don't do that already. So we have to sub them out because almost everyone gets a sub. I'm not just calling out, but our depth of the defensive tackle position is kind of lacking. And then I have Marcus Peters. This is kind of the far reach, but a great corner with Hilton, Chidobe Uze, and then Cam Taylor Britt. I mean, this might be a complete reach for Marcus Peters because we have a really good we have really good corners already. But if Chidobe Uze is like not ready for like the first couple of weeks, and we have Marcus Peters step in and help us lock down the receivers that we play, because we have a really good schedule. Well, not like good. We have a lot of good teams on our schedule this season. And then last, I have Ezekiel Elliott. Just because we were losing Samaje Perine, I feel like he could get that role, fit it well. As long as it's a cheap deal, I would not want to be paying whatever he got paid in Dallas. I hope if it's like a $4 million deal, I don't really know what his mindset is. He can get his number 15 back. He's back in Ohio. Maybe he relives his Ohio State days and is an absolute baller again. Who knows? But I put him mainly here. I wouldn't have actually put him on here if he didn't say his three teams were the Jets, Bengals, and Eagles, which I think the Bengals and Eagles make the most sense because Eagles losing Sanders, they get Penny back, Rashad Penny, not back, but they got him. But he's been injured, and so there's concerns there. And then us with having Mixon and all of his off-field problems, maybe possibly cutting because he's getting paid top running back money, and he hasn't really been. He doesn't. I don't think the fit with this offense anymore. Maybe I'm just tripping right now, but Zeke would be nice and possibly a running back in the draft or something like that. But yeah, that is my free agency recap. Thank you guys for watching. Whole setup's still a work in progress. I really just need to stop being lazy and set up in my apartment, but this is going to have to do for now. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.